morning. Oh God, excuse the state of me. I've got up and got dressed, but I haven't yet done my hair or makeup, as you can see. Anyway, good morning, it's Monday. I thought I'd do a little day in the life. I've got some life updates to share with you, so I thought I would do them in the form of a little day in the life today. It's a beautiful, sunny Monday morning, and we haven't been able to say that for a while. Look at that gorgeous blue sky. I do hope it lasts all day. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyways, just after 8 o'clock, and I've just finished going through my emails, which is a job that I always do first thing on every morning, actually, not just a Monday. And I'm now going to do some householdy bits and pieces. I've blinded by the sun. I'm going to have a tidy up in the lounge and the dining room, make it as tidy as I can while it's still a building site, and also the kitchen. I'm going to get a load of laundry on, and I've got some laundry from yesterday to fold, so I'm going to crack on with all those bits and pieces, and once that is done, I will come back to you again. One of the things I do every morning is feed the birds, particularly in the winter. God, terrible light, and last week that is no longer required, so that's going out for them as well. They like all that fatty batter. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that. Right, it's now about 9:10. Hang on, let me just angle you right. Is that better? Still haven't got used to the angle in this car. That's better. Yeah, it's about 9:10. I've had quite a busy power hour. Why is this not? Oh, I don't need to sorry, I'm faffing. It's 9:10. I'm popping down to town. I've got a couple of library books to drop back, and I need as for a couple of bits that I am looking for an upcoming video, so I thought I'd get that done and out of the way. Now, had a busy hour. I've tidied up the house, general tidying, made the bed, put my makeup on, done my hair. Cat was copiously sick, Reg was, all over the lounge in 3 different places, which was a bit inconvenient. So I've scraped all that up. Oh, the glamour. And I need to attack that with the vanished carpet mousse when I get home. So I don't know how much I've talked about this on here, but eBay has been terrible for me. Really since mid-December. I mean, the second half of December's dodgy anyway, always. But I shut my shop completely for the first time since I went full-time it'd be 5 years in July since I started reselling full-time. I've been reselling for 17 years altogether, but full-time for 5 years. And I shut my shop for the first time since I've been full-time when we went away to New York and the cruise on in December, mostly because I wasn't going to have any access to the internet at all for 7 days while we were on the cruise, and I didn't really feel like I could keep my shop open because of that. Also, I wanted a break, let's be honest. And sad to say, it's just sales have never got back to what they should be before then, and I've done everything I know what to do. I've run sales, I've done promotions, I've ended stuff and restarted it, I've changed prices, I've sent offers, I've listed loads, I've done auctions, all the standard things that you do to kick sales into gear. I've had eBay look at it. I've had 2 really long conversations with eBay to look at my account. They were actually really helpful, and they confirmed there's no restrictions on my account. I'm visible. One lady even looked at it from her own personal account and searched some of my items to see if they came up, and everything's coming up on the first page. My listing impressions are fine. It's just that people are not buying as much as they did, and it's very hard when you get into that position and you've done everything that you know what to do to keep yourself motivated. I've talked before about working from home and how to keep yourself motivated, but I'm a big fan of my own company. I quite like solitude. I don't have any problem with spending the majority of my time by myself, but as sales have got not improved, it's just got harder and harder to motivate myself, and I just knew that something was going to have to change. And when we got to the second half of February and things still hadn't really, things took even more of a dip sort of mid-February, and I was just really tearing my hair out with the whole thing, and I decided at that point that something was going to have to change. And coincidentally, at around the same time, Ashley's office manager is leaving at his business. My husband, Ashley, for people who don't know, owns a estate agency business, and his office manager was leaving after 20 years, which was sad. It was her leaving do on Saturday night. We gave her a very good send-off, I have to say. And Ashley's been interviewing to fill her position and hasn't really found the right person yet. So there is obviously some availability of work with him. So despite the fact that we have worked together before and it hasn't gone brilliantly, I decided that was as good an opportunity as any. It's flexible. It's it can be whatever I need it to be to a certain extent. At the moment, I'm just going to be doing one full day a week and a few other floating hours, depending if and when they need me. But I am working this afternoon, actually. That's why I'm telling you about this now, because during this day of the life, I will disappear off to work for a few hours. So yeah, that's what's happening at the moment. So at the moment it's temporary. At the moment it's quite flexible, and I still had my first day on Friday, my first afternoon, and I felt so much like the new girl since I last worked for Ashley 15 years ago, which again was in a very temporary capacity. Their whole system has gone online, and I felt very much like the new girl, very much like I wasn't able to do anything and learning I don't feel like I learn as well as I used to. So it was, it didn't feel as easy to slot in as I thought it might be. And I'm going in again this afternoon for a little bit more training on all the systems and everything. But yeah, it's some guaranteed money every week, which is good. Now, I should probably say at this point, I am very lucky not to be in a position that I rely on my eBay money every month to pay the bills. Thank God I don't, because I'm not sure I would have been able to pay them with what I've earned the last few months. But I'm not in that position, so it's not like I have to go to work. However, I enjoy the lifestyle afforded to me by the level of money and income that I've had over the last few years, and I don't want that to dip. So I'm really choosing to go back to work for a mixture of reasons. One, because I think it would do me good to stop worrying about eBay and just be on my own trying to sort that out all the time. So getting out, talking to people, doing something different. Two, the money will obviously be nice. Yeah, that's it really, one and two. So yeah, that's what's going on with my work situation at the moment. Now, I'm going to turn off here because I'm nearly where I want to be going, but I'll come back to you on the way back and talk a little bit more about how things are going to go as far as packing everything into every week is going to be. Right, super lightning fast. Bought two things at Asda for my video, and went and returned my library book, so that's a good job done. So now back home to tackle what I need to tackle before I've got 20 to 10 now, so I'm going to work till 1, then have a bit of a lunch break before I need to go to work this afternoon. So I was going to talk to you about, with me, the danger of doing what I've decided to do is that I will kill myself trying to keep eBay, do exactly the same amount as on eBay and YouTube that I've already that I was doing before going to work, but in less hours, obviously. So I'm quite aware of that in myself, that I don't want to, I don't want to drop any of the balls. I want to keep them all spinning in the air, but equally I don't want to kill myself. So I do feel like over the last couple of months I've spent a lot of time procrastinating, work time, sort of procrastinating, worrying about listings, tweaking listings, and not using my time as productively as I can. So I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to keep to my 60 listings a week, getting those up every week, new listings this is, and just cut out all the worrying about stuff. Maybe just go back to basics and just keep listing and not think about the stuff too much, because truly everything does sell eventually, even though sales have been so awful. I have sold some stuff that I've had listed for. I sold a coat that I've had listed for two and a half years, I think, the other day, and a couple of other older things as well recently. So yeah, perhaps I'm just overthinking it. So let's stop with the overthinking. That will be one thing I can cut down my time on. So yeah, I'm going to aim to keep doing my 60 listings. YouTube, I'm not going to aim to change at all. I've made myself a little bit more up to date with YouTube in terms of getting slightly ahead of myself, not massively, but about a week ahead with scheduled videos, which is good. I'd like to get up to 2 weeks, but it's hard to do that, and very often that's sort of not ideal because by the time you see stuff it's a little bit out of date. So I'm still thinking about that one, but I definitely want to keep myself at least a week ahead with videos scheduled, so I don't need to panic about that. So no changes to YouTube, and hopefully I'll just cut out all the procrastinating time. But I am going to stop trying to write myself these long to-do lists of lots and lots of different items, and I'm going to have a list each day of 3 non-negotiable items that I have to do, and another list if I feel I need one of stuff that it would be nice to do, but it doesn't matter if it gets put over to the next day. So that's one way that I'm going to try and cut down a little bit on in terms of the amount of stuff I try to do. That having been said, this week is going to be a very busy one. Work today, this afternoon, then tomorrow I have my parents coming to stay for 2 nights. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on traffic. Yeah, tomorrow my parents are coming to stay for 2 nights. Tomorrow evening I have some very old friends of theirs, very old family friends who live local to me but not to my parents, coming for dinner with my parents. So it'd be nice for my parents to catch up with them, because as they all get older they don't see so much of each other. So I've got them coming for dinner tomorrow night. I made a moussaka for that yesterday, so I'm on the ball with that. Then Wednesday night my mum and I are going to the theatre to see Amanda Owens, who is the Yorkshire Shepherdess, I think she is, speak. She had a TV series, got loads of kids, and a farm in Yorkshire. I've never actually seen her speak, but my mum's a big fan of her. So I've never seen her on telly, but my mum's a big fan of her. So we're going to see her in Exeter, and Ashley, bless him, is looking after my dad and taking him out for a meal on Wednesday. Then Thursday they're going home. I don't know if I'm working this Thursday. I'm hoping I'm not working really, but I think I did say that I wouldn't be able to do this week, so hopefully not Thursday work. And then Friday we are away overnight to a hotel in North Devon. We got one of these Travelzoo offers. It's a hotel we've been to before, Northcote Manor. So looking forward to that. So yeah, quite a busy week this week. I'll be surprised if I get 60 eBay listings up this week. Genuinely surprised. It's 10 to 12. You're at a funny angle. Let's move you over here. I don't know why I put the camera on really, because I'm going to be moving about. Hang on, let's angle you up. That's not a good angle, but hey, it's been a traumatic start to the week. I sat in my office when I got home after I talked to you earlier, and the cat flap went, and Reg came in and collapsed on the floor, panting heavily and obviously in a lot of pain. He was howling. I called out the house vet, who the vet we were registered with, who comes out to the house. She examined him. She came straight over, bless her, she's so good. She examined him and said that he needed to go into the vet for further treatment. So she is affiliated, she only works in people's houses, she doesn't have a surgery as such. So she's affiliated with a local vet, so we've just taken him up there. They don't really know what's wrong with him, he's still in pain. And they're going to give him fluids and painkillers and then do a little bit of investigation later on. See what's wrong with him, so that's really sad. I have had a tear or two because he just looks so poorly and so bad. So anyway, he's in the best place now, so that's good. I'm just making myself a cup of coffee. and yeah, they're going to phone me later, so tell me how he's getting on. So very worrying times, but such is life, I guess, with pets, isn't it, as they get older. It's about 1:30. Sadly, as you can probably tell from my face, it's not good news on the cat front. Just had a call from the vet. They're struggling to find out what's wrong with him and to manage his pain. If I sound hard-hearted, it's because if I talk about it and think about it too much, I'll just cry, and I don't want to cry in this. So yeah, it's all not great at all. So they're going to do one more test on him. Got to go to work, so I'm trying to do something with my face so I don't look quite so distraught. Don't know quite what I'm going to do. My foundation seems to have almost completely come off. That's the trouble with crying, isn't it? Oh, I could do with starting again, but I haven't got time. Oh, are you at the right angle? I don't actually look too bad, considering. Thought I was going to look a lot worse than that when I turned the camera on. It's been an emotional afternoon. It's sadly, we had a call from the vet while I was at work this afternoon saying that Reg had taken a turn for the worse and had slipped into a coma, and that they recommended that we put him to sleep to stop his suffering, which we obviously took their recommendation. Ashley and I went down to the vet and we were able to be with him while the lovely lady vet put him to sleep. He was all very calm. I'm glad we were able to do it, but obviously I just feel absolutely devastated. We had him for 16 years and he was just the most beautiful, lovely pet. And I will miss him so, so very much. I spent a lot of time with him, obviously, because I work from home and he was here all the time. But I know we've done the right thing for him, which is the most important thing. But obviously always sad to lose a pet, isn't it? I'm going to regroup this evening, and instead of doing a day in the life, obviously, because we haven't had much life here, have we, today? I will come back and finish this vlog off tomorrow, I think. There's a few other bits and pieces to talk to you about. And yeah, I'm gonna go and have a relaxing evening and try and process what has happened today. Good morning, it's Tuesday. The sun's shining again this morning. It wasn't first thing, but it is now. So that's nice. Not going to lie, I had a difficult and unpleasant night. I didn't sleep brilliantly. Oh, so sad, isn't it? It's just all so sad. I miss him so much. But time will heal, as they say. Of course, Ashley's sad as well, and it's just, I think we're making each other sad almost, you know. Going down to feed just Ron this morning was bloody awful. And oh, anyway, I haven't come on here to moan. I made a video years ago, long time ago. It was when William was, before he did his GCSE, so it must have been 4 or 5 years ago. I remember sitting outside, he was having extra tuition for his maths, and I remember sitting outside his tutor's house waiting for him to pick him up and making this particular video. And it was about how I get through difficult times and what I do when I'm having a day where I just don't really want to engage with the world, excuse me, which is really how I feel today. And I remember saying, get up, get dressed, put your makeup on. That's one of the things that makes me feel better. Well, I got dressed, but I didn't put my makeup on. I am going to put, I had a shower and washed my hair last night, and I just couldn't face dry my hair. So I just let it air dry. So I need to do something with my hair and put my makeup on, but I'm going to do that a little bit later on. I've just wrapped all my parcels and getting out of the parcel shop. Feels good that they're done. And one of the other things I said was in that video, as I recall, I'm going to try and find it. If I can find it, I'll link it below. But I'm going to try and find it and watch it myself today. I think I could do with the encouragement. One of the other things I said, sorry if I sound a bit scattered this morning, I'm not particularly with it, one of the other things I said was that just forward motion, even the tiniest little steps towards getting things done and just doing something, even if it's really tiny steps, really gives me a sense of moving forward and keeps my brain occupied. And this may not be the same for everybody, but when you're going through something sad like this, it's and I know it's only a pet, but it feels like, well, he was a member of our family, you know. It's you know, I'm not suggesting it's as bad as a person dying or anything, but I do feel very sad about it. Yeah, when you're going through something sad, I find that to keep my brain occupied and to keep on doing stuff and getting on with stuff rather than wallowing just works better for me. I find that I think my brain sort of processes it all subconsciously while I'm doing mundane tasks. My brain processes it more and makes it easier to deal with somehow. So yes, that's what my plan is for today. I just went to put some makeup on and the bags under my eyes are real. I have put these two things on. Erno Laszlo Multitask Eye Serum Mask, which is my eye-catching instant results. So after I take these off, I am going to look beautiful and youthful and not like I've had no sleep and a traumatic 24 hours at all. So let's see if it works, shall we? I know you didn't see the before, but I would say that has reduced the bags a little bit. I feel like I look slightly less dark under the eyes, so let's put some makeup on and see if we can improve the situation, shall we? Feeling so much better for getting some makeup. I have tried, it is the same day, I've just changed my top. That will be my Tesco delivery ringing at the bell. But yes, I'm feeling loads better for doing my hair and putting some makeup on. Right, better go and answer the... Right, my Tesco delivery is done, that's good, and I've got this great big, this is all of my February health and beauty empties. Great big basket to go through with you, just to talk about some of the products. Yeah, let's get into it. Simple eye makeup remover, I talk about this a lot, my favourite ever eye makeup remover, super cheap, and I get through one every couple of months, I would say. These Nip and Fab Extreme Glycolic Fix Pads, I absolutely love these. The extreme version is newer than the standard version, and I always get the extreme version. Sorry, I heard a voice. Oh, I heard the door go downstairs, and it was my cleaning lady. She's coming today instead of tomorrow because my parents are coming to stay, and I've forgotten about it. She loved Reg, so we just had a little chat about Reg. Yes, those glycolic night pads, I like them a lot. I'll be buying them again. I'll throw them everywhere. I finished those, which were, they came in a Japanese, they're little facial wipes for the morning, and they came in that Korean beauty box I was sent to review. Quite liked those, very refreshing and nice. A Beauty Pie cleanser. This is probably Pips Emma Hardy to the post as my all-time favourite cleansing balm. It's apricot butter cleansing balm, and it's absolutely lovely. I'll definitely be repurchasing that one. Alpha H, I've been using this on and off for years. Liquid gold with high glycolic acid again. I use that as a night treatment once a week, but I probably won't repurchase it at the moment because I'm using that ordinary BHA AHA peel. This was a bit of a fail. It's the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I pulled it out to use recently. I gave it a go for a couple of weeks. It's very mattifying, and I feel like it makes my skin look quite cakey when I put my foundation on top of it. So I'm going to pass that one on. All my makeup that doesn't work for me goes to my niece and my mother and my sister-in-law. They all like to have a pick through it, so that'll be added into that box for them. This was a lovely little body lotion. It's I'll link it below actually, because I looked up a full size of it. It came in my Birch box. from Green Frog Botanic Natural Body Lotion. It's really lovely. It smelled gorgeous. It's sweet argan, it said. And it's rare that I'm so taken by a body lotion that I look up to buy it, how much it is. And for a full size, it's about £13. I thought that wasn't bad. I think it was like 500 mils or something for a full size. It's quite a big one. I could be making that up though. Don't take my word for it. But yeah, really liked that. KMS Add Volume Gel Spray. I didn't like that one as much as I like the liquid, more conditioning one, so I probably won't rebuy that, but I will buy the same, the version with the conditioner in it that's more liquid than gel. Revolution Spray Primer, that was quite nice. Pro Base Aqua Primer, Aqua Priming Base, I liked that. Miniature Elnet Hairspray, which was nice. Laura Mercier Foundation Primer, very nice, but expensive, and I'm not sure that I'd pay the price for it. Again, I didn't think it did that much to warrant the price it is. Body Shop Drops of Youth Concentrate. This is a serum which I absolutely love, comes in a drop. I'm going to do an up-to-date skincare routine video soon, so I will be talking about that in there, so I won't go on about it at great length here. Got a little perfume sample here for Calvin Klein Women. That was quite nice, but didn't last on me. I've been asked about perfumes recently, so I'm going to do a 5 on Friday, my top 5 favourite perfumes, because I have struggled with perfumes over the years to find perfumes that last on me, so I thought that might be quite an interesting video to do. This is a Milani Baked Blush, and I really liked it. It's in 05 Luminoso, and it's really, really pretty. Hang on. I really like the packaging as well. It comes like that, and then in the bottom half, you pull that bit up, and it's got a little mirror look. But that is such a pretty colour. I don't know how well you can see this. Let me swatch it onto that. I don't think you're going to be able to see it because I've got the blind across because of the sun. But it's very, very, very glittery. And I didn't realise how glittery it was until I put it onto my face recently and thought, this is not a great look for you at your age. A matte blusher is much more attractive. So this one is being passed on as well. And then finally, the Rodial Dragon's Blood Sculpting Gel Serum. Really liked this, very nice. This was, I think it came in an advent calendar, but yeah, nice product, that one. Right, that is it for my empties. I'm going to go and dispose of them all now in the recycling bins where I can. That brings us, I think, to the end of this video as well. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a sad, bitty, odd one. I guess that's just real life, isn't it? So, yeah, next time I have, or next video, I can't remember when does this one go, this will be Sunday, so this coming Wednesday, you will see, I will be uploading a plus size office wear haul and try on from Georgia Asda. So look out for that one. I haven't had it all arrived. I've ordered it all, but it hasn't arrived yet, so I'm quite looking forward to that one. As I'm going back to work in an office, I decided that I needed some smarter clothes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.